Hello. Today we are looking at how to use power series to solve differential equations. But before that, let's look at what a power series is. So any series in a form of summation from 0 to infinity of what a subscript n and then x minus what x naught all raised to the power n. Any series in a form of this is what we call power series. Are we okay? And we know that power series is a continuous function. Are you okay? So we can even write this in a form of what this. So this becomes our first term, second term, and then third term. Are you okay? So it continues to infinity. Are you okay? So any function in a form of this series, we call it what? A power series, and it's a continuous function too. So from here we are going to look at how to extract terms from this series. Are you okay? How to extract first term, second term from this series. So we know this our what? Our power series, and then this is our series. Are we okay? So from here we can try to what? Extract first term from it. So when we extract first term from it, that means what? We are taking this our first term out of the what? The series. Are you okay? That means what? This will now be written as what? This. Are you okay? That means what? Our index will start from what? 1 to what? Infinity. That means we extracted what? Our first term from what? The series. Are you okay? So we can try to extract what? The first two terms too. So it's the same thing. So we are just going to what? Take the first and then second term out of what? The series. So that means that our what? Our index will now start from what? 2 to what? Infinity. Are you okay? So from here, let's move to how to what? Shift indexes of what? A power series. How to shift the indexes of what? A power series. So we are given what? A power series, and then let's our what? X naught to be what? 0. If our x naught is 0, that means when you substitute 0 into this, we are getting this. Are you okay? So we are getting this. So let's take example, and then we get more understanding of what? How to shift indexes of what? A power series. So we have our power series here, and we are asked to what? Start at what? N equal to 0 instead of what? N equal to what? 2. Are we okay? That means our index started from what? 2 to what? Infinity. So here we are to what? Start from what? 0 instead of what? 2. So what we are going to do is that from here we are going to subtract what? 2 from here, because we are starting from what? 0. So we are going to subtract 2 from here, and when we subtract 2 from here, we are going to make sure that we are going to add 2 to the what? N's, to the n in the series here. So when we add, we subtract. Are you okay? When we add in the series, we're going to subtract from what? The index. And when we add to the indexes, we are going to what? Subtract from what? From the series. So let's look at the solution here. So we are subtracting what? 2 from what? The index. Are you okay? So what we are going to do is that we will make sure we add 2 in the what? Series. Are you okay? So this will give us 0. This will give us 0, and then now this will be n plus what? 2, and then our n plus 2. Are you okay? So this is the first example. So let's look at the second example. So our series, this is our series. So here we are to what? Our generic what? Term involves, so we have to start our generic term from what? X minus what? X naught raised to the power n instead of what? This. So that means this is our what? Generic what? Term. Are you okay? This term is called what? Our generic term. So it's what? It started from what? N minus 2. So we are asked to start from what? N instead of what? N minus 2. So the same application we are going to the same application here, we are going to use the same idea here. Are you okay? So what we are going to do is that we are going to add, we have to start from n. So when we add, it will become 0. When we add 2, it will become 0. And don't forget, when we add, we have to add the 2 in the series, and then we subtract from the index. Are you okay? So this is what we are going to do. That means we are going to shift the index by what? By 2. So when we add, we are going to add, we are going to add, we are going to add. So it will become what? So we are going to add plus 2 here. So we add plus 2 plus 2. Are we okay? So we are going to add another 2 and then plus 1. So we shift by 2, we add 2, and then we add 2. So when we add 2 here, it's going to be what? 0. So it's going to leave it what? N. Also we are adding, so we subtract from the index, so it will give us 0. And this, now when we simplify this will give us what? 4. And then this will give us what? 3. This 2 plus 1, 3, and then our n plus what? 2. Are you okay? So the idea is that anytime you add in the series, you subtract from the what? The index. Are you okay? So let's take another example, and then we get more understanding of this video. Okay. So example what? 3. So write the given expression as a sum whose what generic terms involve what? X raised to the power n. So we are given what? Power series here. So this is a power series, this is what? Another power series. So here we have to simplify this and then involve what? Our x minus x raised to the power n. That means our what? Generic term should be what? X raised to the power what? N. So it's the same idea we are going to use it. Are you okay? So let's look at the solution here. So looking at this, we have to make this what? This n rather. Are you okay? M rather. Are you okay? So we have to start. The generic term should be what? X raised to the power what? M. So what we are going to do is that this m minus what? 2. So we are going to add 2. Are you okay? We are going to add 2 in the series, and then we subtract what? 2 from the index. So this is how we are going to do it. So we are going to subtract, then we are going to add 2 to this because we are adding in the series, and then we are going to add another 2, and then we are going to add 2. Are you okay? So the same idea here. So looking at this, we have x here, and we have another x here. So it's like we are multiplying x 2 raised to the power 2 multiplied by what? Our x m. So what are you going to get is this what? Like terms, this multiplication. So we are going to what? In this, so we are going to what? Add. So it will be what? X raised to the power 2 plus what? M. Are you okay? So we are going to use this idea here. So this raised to the power 1. So we are going to add it to this. So it will become what? X raised to the power m minus 1 plus what? 1. So this will become what? 0. So it will left with what? X raised to the power m. Are you getting it? Okay. So when we simplify this further, we are getting this, and this will become 0, and this will become what? X raised to the power m. And also here is already what? X raised to the power m. So we have to leave our what? Generic term in a form in a term of what? X raised to the power m. So we are done with this, and we are done with this. Now we have to what? Focus now on what? On the index. This is the index. Here the index starts with what? 1, and then here is what? With 0. Are you okay? So what you are going to do is that this in a what? This started from what? The second term, and this from what? From the 0 term. So what you are going to do is that we are going to start from the first term, and then we add it to the what? This. So we are going to substitute 0 into the series. Are you okay? So when you substitute 0 into the series, this is going to be 0, 0. Are you okay? So this becomes what? Our first term. Are you okay? And then plus what? Now this is our first term, which always start with what? 0. And then our second term is always start with what? Always start with 1. Are you okay? So this will now start from 1 towards infinity. Are you okay? So the indices are now what? Equal. So we can now add, and the generic what? Terms are also what? Equal. Are you okay? So when you simplify this further, this and this will give us 2, this will give us 1. 2 multiplied by what? 1 will give us what? 2. And this will give us what? A2. And then this is what? X. When you substitute 0 here, x, any number raised to the power 0 is what? 1. So you multiply this by 1, we still get what? 2 multiplied by what? A2. So plus our what? Our initial term plus what? This. Are you okay? So when you're looking at this, we can factorize our index and then the generic what? Term outside. Are you okay? This and this is equal here, this is equal, and this is equal. So what we are going to do is that we are going to bring this outside the bracket, and then we add out, include a series, which will be this plus this plus this multiplied by this rather, plus our what? Series here. Are you okay? Then outside the bracket, you multiply by what? Our generic what? Term. This means that when we expand this, we are going to get this back. Are you okay? When we expand this, we are going to get this back. So this is what? Our summation of what? The power series here. So this is what? Our solution, and this is what? Our final answer. Thank you guys for watching.